Hi. So as part of this Terraform, so let us try to understand the workflow for resource creation on target provider. So here our target provider is AWS. So what we need to do first, whether it is for creation or whether it is for updating the changes, what we have to do on a Terraform. So there are 5 steps totally that we have to follow when we are trying to create a resource or when you are trying to modify the resource. So let's say you as a user, let's say you are the administrator who is managing this entire AWS resource creation through Terraform. Then what you have to do? As part of this, first you need to write a Terraform configuration files. Let's say I want to spin up some EC2 instance, I want to spin up some VPC network, I want to spin up some RDS database, something. So I want to create some particular resource on AWS with the help of this Terraform. So initially you will be writing with Terraform configuration files. It could be your virtual machine, or it could be a container, or it could be a CI/CD agent where you will be triggering this particular workflow. So what is that? After writing this Terraform configuration files, the initial command that we have to execute is Terraform init command. So what this command does? This command will initialize the Terraform with a provider plugin. So what does it mean? First, your Terraform has to know to whom I need to contact. What is my target provider? So what is a plugin that I have to use in order to communicate to that particular target provider? So first your Terraform has to understand that to whom I need to communicate. That will be known or that will be done by your Terraform init command. So this is called as initialization. So wherever you have written your Terraform configuration files, you will be executing this command, and that particular command will download some particular plugin based on the provider what you have specified. Here it is AWS. So what it will do, it will contact your repository. Initially, by default, it is repository.terraform.io. So it will contact that, it will download the plugin, and then that will get stored into your system. We will see that later how it will contact, to whom it will contact, and how it will download. Okay, so that is an initial step that we have to execute in order to proceed further. So we have done with this. So what I need to do next? For that we have to execute a command called Terraform FMT. So what this command does, it will reformat your configuration file, which means that I have written the configuration file, but I have not followed some particular spaces, indentations and all. So who will correct that? Let's say automatically this particular Terraform FMT command will read all the configuration files and it will reformat according to the canonical format and styling. So it will do it for you, and it will display which file has been modified on the terminal. So it will let you know which files it has manipulated. Okay, so that's a benefit of this particular Terraform FMT command. Though you have not followed some particular canonical format and styling, but still we have a Terraform FMT command which will do the job for you. So after this is done, then what we have to do? Validation. So Terraform validate is something where, let's say I have written the configuration files. I might forgot some particular parameters which is important for your resource to be created. According to the Terraform, that parameter is important, but you have forgot to write that particular parameter. So how I can identify that particular issues or errors and all? So that command is nothing but Terraform validate. So Terraform validate command will do this particular job of letting you know that have you written everything in a proper way in your Terraform configuration file. If there are some mistakes, it will identify and it will let you know on the terminal that you have missed this particular parameters and all. Okay, so it will validate your configuration files, what you have written under your present working directory. Okay, and then Terraform plan. Now let's say in a Terraform validate command, you have identified all the mistakes and you have fixed it. So if we try to recall this, now this is the first thing what I've done, Terraform init command, right? After that, I have written Terraform FMT. Then I have executed a command called Terraform validate. So this particular job is done. Okay. Now what we have to do after this? This commands will not do anything on your target provider. This particular commands will do the initialization, formatting and validation of your configuration files. Okay. Once it is done, now let's say I don't want to create a resource, but I want to know how the resource will get created on the target provider before it is actually created. like a preview. Let's say we give a printout, right? From our system, we try to give some printout. Before giving a printout, I just want to see the preview, how the printout will be provided. So then for that, how we can do this? In the Terraform, we can use something called Terraform plan. So this Terraform plan command, it will show you the preview before the actual resource got created or updated. So Terraform plan command will show the preview on what it is going to do on the target provider. So you can verify. So in this particular steps, what you can do is nothing but you can understand what your Terraform is trying to do on the target provider. If you are okay with this, proceed further. If you are not okay with this, correct this and run the Terraform init command. It is not needed always to run Terraform init command. Run. Let's say I fixed the issues. Let's say I got an output which is not expected. So you will open the configuration files, you will modify the parameters, and then again you will run Terraform fmt and Terraform validate. Once it is done, then again you will run Terraform plan. If you are okay with this, then we will proceed with the next command, that is Terraform apply. Okay, so now once a first step is done, if you are okay with the preview, saying that okay, what I have written in the configuration file, my Terraform is going to create on the target provider with the same resource. Okay, so then what we can do, we can go with the next step. Now what is the next command that we have to execute? Terraform apply. So this command will create a resource on the target provider as per your configuration file. So what you have written in your configuration file, it will take that parameters and it will contact your target provider and it will create a resource for you on behalf of you. Okay, so then Terraform apply command will not only create a new resource. If the resource was already created, it will try to update some changes. Let's say you have written some particular changes in your configuration file. Now I need to apply that particular changes. So we have to use the same command, Terraform apply. So this is the fifth command that we have to execute. So this command will create a resource on the target provider, means it will create a new resource if it is not at all done till today, or else if a resource was already created and if you are trying to update some particular changes, then Terraform apply command will do the same for you. Okay, so this is the overall picture of your Terraform workflow for creating a resource or updating a resource. Now it will contact your target provider and then it will create a resource. So we have to wait until this particular job is done and you have to see your output. So this particular steps, what I'm showing you right now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These steps, either you can execute as a user or you can automate through CI/CD pipeline. It is up to you. What are the things that your company is following it or your client is using it? Based on that, you have to automate or you have to execute manually. Generally, 99% we use CI/CD tools to automate this entire process, right? As a user, you will be pushing a code to your version control system in general. And that version control system, whenever you do some changes and push it to the version control system, automatically a CI/CD pipeline will get triggered. And this CI/CD pipeline, for example, let's say you are using Jenkins. Now we are using Jenkins, for example, or GitLab CI. Okay, or you are using some GitHub CI, something like that. So that particular CI/CD tool will run this particular task what you have specified, and then it will give you the final result. Okay, so this is the Terraform workflow for you. Now let's see how you can apply Terraform workflow for destroying the resource. So this is for creating a resource or updating a resource. Now if I want to destroy the resource, what I need to do? So let's see how we can do that. Okay. Now this is called as your destroy. Nothing has been changed. This one, and this command are same. So until Terraform init till Terraform plan is the same. Okay, now we want to destroy the resource. For that we cannot use Terraform apply command. We have to use something called Terraform destroy. So what this command will do, it will contact your target provider, and if your Terraform is managing that particular resource, it will contact that particular target provider and it will delete the resource what it has managed. Remember, this particular Terraform destroy command will destroy only the resource which are managed by your Terraform. If a resource is created by you manually or through CloudFormation template of AWS or something, any other medium that you have used, so Terraform cannot manage that. Terraform will destroy the resource only what it has managed. Terraform cannot destroy the resource what it has not managed. So we have to remember this particular point. So Terraform destroy command will remove all the resources and objects managed by Terraform as defined in the configuration file. Okay, so this is the flow. All these are same. So you will do some modifications. You will run Terraform init command, Terraform FMT, Terraform validate, Terraform plan, and then if you are okay with this your plan, in the plan it will let you know what resource it is going to delete. What resource it is going to delete, it will let you know. Okay, and then you can run the command called Terraform. If you are okay with that, then you can run Terraform destroy command. So this Terraform destroy command will destroy the resource on the target provider. So this is the overall picture of your workflow or Terraform workflow for resource creation, updation, and deletion. Okay, so whenever someone asks you the same thing, you have to explain. So what are the commands that we use in that form of Terraform workflow for creating a resource, for updating a resource, or for destroying the resource? So this is what we have to explain in the real-time world.